Welcome to WSJ Lunch Break. I'm Wendy Bounds. A report due out today will release new details about doping on Lance Armstrong's former cycling team. We have Reed Albergotti, who has been following this story since the beginning, with us right now. Reed, you've been talking to people involved with the report. Some pretty stern words in there. You hear they're going to say that he acted as a ringleader. Right, yeah. I mean, what happened today is the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency said in a press release, we're going to do a huge dump of documents, over 1,000 pages of documents, and a 200-page summary called, you know, a reasoned decision about why they decided to strip Lance Armstrong of all of his Tour de France titles. And in that report, you know, people I've spoken to said it's going to contain, you know, some really detailed information about Armstrong's involvement and alleged involvement in this doping ring. And it's based on 25 witness testimony from 25 witnesses. Including many people on his team? Including people on his team. Right. The press release today already named some top, his closest lieutenant for many years, George Hincapie, is named as a witness. Levi Leipheimer, who is one of only 3 Americans to finish on the Tour de France podium. So the who's who of American cycling is listed here as witnesses. Let's talk about why now, because in August that's when Armstrong was banned from life and compete in cycling and other elite sporting events, and because he decided not to fight this doping case, right, that had been brought against him. He still denied that he has used performance-enhancing drugs. So why release all this data now? Well, what happened is when USADA decided to ban Armstrong, the International Cycling Union, the governing body for the sport in Switzerland, said, hey, wait a minute, you know, if we're going to do this, if we're going to go along with this, we want to see your decision. Why did you make this decision? USADA said, okay, we'll do that. And about a month and a half later, they've come out with this you know, report, which we haven't seen yet. It's 200 pages long, and they're not only going to send it to the UCI, they're going to release it publicly. So we're all going to get to decide for ourselves whether this decision really was reasoned or not. From a public relations standpoint, I mean, just for Lance Armstrong as a human being going forward, I mean, there must have been a part of him that thought this was put to rest when he said, look, I'm just not going to fight I'm not going to fight this case. But now with all of this dump out there, Reed, what do you think, what are the ramifications of this? Well, I mean, depending on what's in the report, and I haven't read it yet, it could be pretty bad. I mean, if you have 11 teammates who are all accusing you of doping, I mean, it's pretty bad, and including George Hincapie, who is still a close friend of Lance Armstrong, right, saying, George Hincapie said in this affidavit, which this is one piece we have actually learned about, yeah, said that he believed Armstrong was using testosterone. Amazing. So that's a close friend accusing him. I mean, it's right. Really... The ripple effects of that are going to be felt, I would assume, in large ways going forward. All right, Reed Albergotti, thanks for that preview. We'll be following this throughout the day and talking to you more on WSJ.com right now. Appreciate you being with us.